Hello, it's Empress LuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to those already do. If you like exclusive content, check out my other YouTube page. I'll leave it in the description. I have a member section and on there other videos. I also have a Patreon, so that information will be in the description box. Now, I wanted to do an astrology reading on a certain situation that happened. This is the about the East Point McDonald's stabbing that occurred July 10th. And it's a tragic stabbing that occurred at McDonald's in East Point, Michigan, where Afeni Badu Muhammad. It's crazy that this girl has Tupac mama name, Badu, and then Muhammad, and did what she did. So Afeni Badu Muhammad fatally stabbed her manager, Jennifer Harris. Sending my condolences to her family, her friends. This woman had several kids. So Afeni stabbed this woman. She stabbed this woman. Jennifer Harris, after a heated argument. Now, I wanted to touch on the cosmic transits on this day to show how tensions and impulsive actions are triggered by the stars. Now, there was a Capricorn full moon. The full moon on that day was between 18 to 19 degrees Capricorn, which would highlight intense emotional pressure between family and caring instincts. You got the Cancer, which represents responsibilities and structure. No, the family, the caring, the water energy is Cancer, and the responsibility and the structure is Capricorn. Think of any Capricorn, especially any Capricorn places, specifically the signs. They're all about structure, working. So that dynamic that day did lead to a very high stake conflict over boundaries and duties. Now, with the Mars and Pluto tension for that day, Mars was making a powerful aspect to Pluto, which just only amplified the aggressive energies and extreme actions. And then Mars was in Virgo, which will drive critical perfectionist tendencies, which is very typical of most Virgo placements. Very analytical of everything. And then with Pluto's influence that will add that deep transformative power that could turn small tensions into explosive outcomes, like turning a mole into a mountain. Is that the saying? It's something. And then Mercury retrograde was in Leo too. Or was about to be, was in like the post-shadow period, pre-shadow period. So with Mercury in retrograde, communication breakdowns and misunderstandings would have been heightened. We're still in that period right now. So that actually would have likely contributed to the situation where tempers would flare and emotions escalated quickly. Then on top of that, you have Uranus and Gemini. So Uranus is a planet of unpredictable-ish. So that had recently shifted into Gemini, which would have brought, and still there, is going to settle fully into Gemini next year, April 2026. But with Uranus and Gemini, this brings sudden disruptions, especially in communication and mental reactions. So this energy more than likely added to the chaos in the workplace. Then with the Saturn and Neptune retrograde, with Saturn and Pisces and Neptune retrograding, there was a clash between what is reality and what isn't. So this would have caused a lot of confusion and blurred lines between duty and personal needs. Now, just from an astrological standpoint, the cosmic weather on July 10th created a very volatile mix of emotional intensity, communication breakdowns, and sudden actions. Then the full moon's energy made people confront, like Afeni, confront duty versus instinct. And, with that harsh Mars and Pluto aspect, that would have amplified the potential for quick, violent reaction, which we saw how that turned out. With Mercury retrograde and Uranus' unpredictable shift, this would have contributed to miscommunications and sudden unexpected events. So this tragic incident actually serves as a reminder how celestial energy can trigger emotional highs, but ultimately it's a human choice and responsibility that defines the outcome. Afeni, to my knowledge, had a prior situation with a knife and a coworker, if I'm not mistaken. So she kind of has a track record. My takeaways is that it was a lot of high emotional pressure and low communication clarity, especially with issues around authority, boundaries, and perceived justice or fairness. So I don't, by all means, I'm not trying to excuse the tragic choices that was made, but the astrological weather certainly points to flashpoints that could have led to eruption under stress. So, yeah, Afeni Badu Muhammad. A lot of tense energy. Very sad. So if you don't, I actually have a little bit more information about Afeni. Well, Jennifer Harris, the manager, was 39. 39. Afeni, well, she looks younger, but she's 26. She was sent home after an argument. And then she came back wearing a mask and stabbed Harris up to 15 times with a kitchen knife from her car. So I'm wondering, she could definitely plead insanity, because I saw a couple of her social media posts and like, girl, what? So then a customer intervened by firing a shot into the air, preventing the suspect from fleeing. Fortunately, no one was stuck in that situation. So she has been arraigned on first-degree murder and weapons charges, held on a $25 million bond. And another court hearing, I believe, is scheduled for July 23rd this year for her. So I'm going to go into the tarot portion of this. Bye. Pull some tarot for the situation with Afeni Badu Muhammad, and she unlocked goodness. Let's see what came out. Desert. This gets me like going somewhere far off. Ooh, wow. Serial killer. Mountains. Going through a lot. Boat. Heavy emotion. We have an affair. Trap. So somebody could have issues with their love relationship. Jealousy. Feeling some type of way. And outer spaces gives me somebody wasn't just there mentally. Money could have been definitely an issue. You have somebody running away because of heavy emotions. Crime of passion, high passion with this, even though these two wasn't romantically involved. Legal proceedings. Yeah. Fire. I don't know. Someone could be a fire sign, but that coincides with passion, fire, burning. And let's see what actually came out. I'm just gonna say, allegedly, in terms of purposes, maybe her being locked up is the best thing for her, because the elevator doesn't go all the way up. Female, burial, aliens. So there's definitely energy of Afeni feeling alienated. A lot of stuff buried. This girl has skeletons in the closet. There's 3 masculine energies on here, so there may be something significant about that, but she definitely felt out of place, very different. Like I just mentioned, her social media posts I've seen is very interesting. And look at the knife, wanting revenge. I love when spirit come through, wanting revenge. I'm just gonna say this. I'm wondering, has she done this before? And there's no proof, because like there's some stuff that's buried. And power supply. This girl is out of space. This girl is weird. Oh. So the transits did have an effect on this situation. Got it. Let's clarify. Clarify these messages for me, Spirit. Authority. She got issues with authority. Duh. This could stem from something that happened with masculine energy. So she just ripples over for energy around the situation. Balance came out sideways. Also another masculine energy here too. So there's something that happened with men and light that dimmed her light, rejoicing in celebration. 4/11/19/3. This gives me commemorating the victim. Somebody had issues with their third eye. Definitely wasn't very wise. Wasn't making decisions. Felt like they was wise, but wasn't. There's something around masculine energy, authoritative energy with Afeni. Yeah, something definitely. The elevator doesn't go all the way to the top with her. Like she's not aware. There's something definitely going on. I'm wondering, is there a masculine energy connected to Afeni that transition, that passed? And I'm also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm wondering what else is buried, if you know what I mean, with her. I'm gonna leave that alone. This one, that one, the elevator doesn't go all the way up. I'm also wondering what her statement's gonna be, or like, has she spoken out? Because that's being highlighted for me. That's what I have. I'm gonna end that there. I don't want to. This one, yeah. My condolences to friends and family of the victim. Bye.